Hi everybody, welcome along to our Xtreem GT4 League, where tonight our round 2 is from Suzuka. Boys have been through their practice and qualifying. Let's have a look at some of the info for tonight. So as you can see, we're on the GP layout. We have two 30-minute races. Weather currently 26 degrees, partly cloudy, with a slight wind. That could just be Damo though, you never know. Alright, as the boys get underway, let's have a look at the grid for tonight. So as we can see, we've got Kyle Ridley on pole position, Owen Coleman starting out of position 2. Row 2's Andrew Dutch, Dylan Canto. Row 3, Ray Oliver, Wayne Losh, followed by Mark Foster, Stevie McMahon, Andrew Pears, Damien Seeger, Cameron Edwards, Keith Logan. As we flip over the page, we've got Aaron Maguire, Matt Hardigan, Anthony Connors, Darren Linus, Graham Ellis, Moz Moroz, Matt Tesserero, and Dave Gogol starting in 20th. Boys just making away around the last couple of corners onto the front straight for the start. Just about to make their way through the final chicane. Rolling start in the GT4s. Some of the boys find it very hard to get these things off the line, so rolling start just makes it easier. Start to bunch up now for the start. Kyle gets a good jump, leads Owen away. Andrew Dutch looks like he'll hold down third spot in front of Dylan Canto. Let's make their way through turn 2. Looks like everyone's got away safely so far. These opening laps will be fairly treacherous on cold tyres, so hopefully everyone makes it. Oh, just as we say that, looks like a bit of contact, and Andrew Pears has gone into the barrier. Fires the big Merc back up. Hopefully he'll be able to get back out and on track without too much damage. Meanwhile, it's Kyle up front from Owen, Andrew Dutch, Dylan Canto, Ray Oliver currently in 5th, followed by Wayne Losh, Mark Foster in 7th, Stevie McMahon in 8th, Damien Seeger in 9th, and Cameron Edwards rounds out the top 10. This is Anthony Connors, currently behind Keith Logan. Oh, Anthony spun it. But on the gas a little bit too early there on the cold tyres, and as a result he's looped it. No damage, should be able to get that going in the right direction and rejoin the field hopefully. At the front, Kyle holds a slender gap. Oh, with another spinner. This time it's Ray Oliver. Again, cold tyres seem to have caught Ray out there. Just waiting for the field to file on by so he can rejoin. Bit of excitement on the opening lap. Some of the boys have obviously eager to get on with it. But as I said, cooler temperatures, cold tyres, have to be so careful. Meanwhile, Darren Linus gets the move done on Graham Ellis there as they head into the chicane to end the first lap. Cameron Edwards currently in 9th spot as we start the second lap. He's hunting down Damien Seeger. And Cam's lost it as well. Wow. 4 spins on the opening 1 and a bit laps. Boys are certainly struggling with this tyres this early in the race. Cam manages to rejoin in behind his teammate Ray. Meanwhile up the front, Owen's starting to apply a little bit of pressure onto the back of Kyle now as they head through their second lap. 2 big Mercs out the front. Oh. Owen draws alongside, but with the hairpin coming up, he'll have to concede that back to Kyle, I would imagine. Just runs it a bit wide. Back on the gas and maintains second. Jump on board with Owen for a lap in the big Merc as he chases down the Aston. Martin in front. Looks to make a move, but Kyle covers off as they head into the chicane to end lap 2. Owen gets a good run out of the chicane. It's nearly 1.5 tenths quicker that lap. Meanwhile, Wayne Losh back in 5th. Cards a quicker lap. Owen just feathering the throttle as he makes his way through this twisty bit of the Suzuka circuit. You have to be so careful with the Merc. It's so easy to break it into wheel spin, and if you're not really careful, it'll get away from you. Aston seems to have that little bit of extra punch out of the corners, but the Merc certainly closes it down on the longer straights at the Suzuka track. Closes in again under brakes. Aston's a bit twitchy. Owen will be looking at that as they head down the back straight. You can see the gaps. Meanwhile, back in the pack, in 9th, Damien Seeger's flashing the headlights. Obviously trying to put Aaron off his game there. He's closely followed by Moz Moroz, who won't muck around when he gets the chance. He'll be looking to get 2 for the price of 1, no doubt. Moz has jumped up 8 spots already so far. Poor qualifying saw Moz start further back than what he would normally be on the grid, but he's making his way through the field nicely as Damien pulls out alongside, tries the inside run on Aaron. Aaron gives him plenty of room. Can he get the job done? A bit squirrely there out of the corner as he got on the gas early. Meanwhile, Aaron's hanging around the outside. Looks like Damo's got the job done now. And Aaron's now got Moz and Keith Logan for company in the 2 McLarens. Good mix of cars out on track tonight. So it'll be interesting to see which make of car has the upper hand after the first 30-minute race. Make their way up towards the hairpin. Good little battle pack. 4 guys all running very close to each other at the moment. Moz looks for the toe and then pulls out alongside of Aaron. Dives down the inside. Gets the job done nicely as they head onto the back straight. Manages to keep it on track. Last thing these boys want to be getting is off tracks. That's going to cost them championship points. Every incident or off track they get, they lose championship points, so they have to be mindful of that while still trying to make their way up the field. Oh, Aaron's got a bit twitchy there, runs off track, but manages to hold on to it as they head into the chicane. Lucky. Meanwhile, out the front, Owen's starting to put a bit more pressure on Kyle as they commence lap 5, and good move around the outside there. Gets the job done. Kyle tucks in behind him. We have a new leader on lap 5. See if Kyle's happy to just sit behind Owen for a few laps and maybe just conserve the tyres a little bit. We're only 9 minutes into the 30-minute race, so there's still a long way to go. He's not letting Owen get too far ahead. Meanwhile, in the background, you can see Andrew Dutch coming under pressure from Wayne Losh, who's moved up to 4th. Back in the field, this is Matt Tesserero, currently chasing down Cameron Edwards, running 15th and 16th at the moment on track. Meanwhile, Mark Foster up in 6th spot. Bit of a lonely race for Mark at the moment, as he tries to hunt down young Dylan Canto, some 2.5 seconds further up the road. He's got Stevie McMahon chasing him down. Stevie's currently about 4.4 seconds further back in 7th as they head through the chicane once more onto the front straight. Commencing lap 6. Meanwhile, Damien Seeger has dropped back behind Moz and Aaron Maguire. Must have made a bit of a mistake there, and he's now got Keith Logan looking to try and make a pass, but Keith backs out of it as they head through turn 2. We can see Aaron just slightly ahead, so obviously Damo's made a mistake somewhere on the previous lap and dropped back a few spots. It's young Dylan Canto currently chasing down Loshy, who's made his way all the way up to 3rd. It looks like Andrew Dutch has dropped back a couple of spots as well. Not sure what happened there, but oh, Dylan, bit of a lose through that turn, but manages to gather it up. But that's invited Dutchy now to have a look, but decides better of it and pulls back in behind Dylan. As once more they head down towards the chicane to finish yet another lap. Meanwhile, Oz up in 7th, being chased down by Stevie McMahon, 2 McLarens nose to tail. Stevie's putting together a really consistent race, currently sitting in 8th. Behind Stevie, it's Aaron Maguire. Damo's closed back up onto the back with Keith Logan behind Damo once more. Close battle this one between the 3 of them. Damo's looking to make up some of those spots he obviously lost earlier. Meanwhile, back at the front, Dylan's coming under a bit more pressure from Andrew Dutch as they fight it out for 4th and 5th spot currently on lap 7. And Dylan's looped it again, manages to hold on to it, but Dutchy slides on by, and it looks like Mark Foster is going to grab that spot as well as Dylan tries to get back up to speed. Dylan pulls in behind Mark, so he's dropped a couple of spots there. He's back down to 6th. So that's 2 laps in a row where Dylan's had trouble at the same corner. Obviously, tyres. Let's see if he can gather it all back up and make his way back up towards the front as he looks to get past Foz as quickly as he can. I don't think Foz will hold him up for too long. Meanwhile, Damo's still looking for a way past Aaron. Aaron's doing a fantastic job of holding down that 9th spot. Damo pulls out, feints the move, but then pulls back in as they head into turn 1, turn 2. Jump on the nose of Damo as they work their way up through the S's. See how the big Merc handles the twisty section of the Suzuka track. Closes in a little bit there through that section. You can see the lean on Aaron's car in front. Throws all the weight on one side of the car, puts all the pressure on those tyres. They're going to work their way up towards the hairpin. Damo's got a fairly good run out of there. Oh, Damo's gone deep. Manages to hold it. Yes. But Aaron's managed to slip a bit further away. Meanwhile, Ray Oliver has taken that opportunity to move up alongside Damo as they head towards the back straight. He's got the inside run for the corner. Damo runs it a little bit wide, does the crisscross, gets to the inside for the next corner. Oh, meanwhile up front, oh, Kyle Ridley definitely outbraked himself there into the chicane, and he's taken out Owen. That's positions 1 and 2. They've both managed to get back out on track. Kyle's on the radio. Looks like he's going to redress and let Owen get back in front. Meanwhile, that's Mark Foster passing Owen, so Owen has dropped all the way down to 5th now, which puts Loshi out in front. Andrew Dutch into 2nd and young Dylan into 3rd. Looks like both Owen and Kyle have been able to keep going after that contact, but definitely outbreaking himself there into the chicane. Kyle, unfortunately, Owen was the innocent victim. Meanwhile, out front, Loshi's got a comfortable gap over Dutchy at this stage, as we're on lap 9 and about 18 minutes into the 30-minute race. Rest of the field making their way through. Owen's got past Foz now. Kyle will be looking to do the same, no doubt. So set off after the leaders once more. So out front, Loshi has a roughly 2.3 second gap over Dutchy, as Kyle looks to make a move. Not close enough on that occasion through the chicane. Mark holds down 5th currently. Meanwhile, Owen's back into the 209s as he tries to make his way back up towards the front, closing very quickly onto the back of young Dylan, as Kyle also makes a move on Foz through turn 2. Dylan's past Owen, back into 3rd. Meanwhile, Matt Tesserero down in 15th in a battle with Cam Edwards, Matt Hardigan. Darren Linus just up ahead of them. Moz has obviously made a mistake somewhere, as he's now also back behind Damo and Aaron Maguire. Ray Oliver in the meantime has made his way back up to 8th after that earlier spin. Damo finally makes the move on Aaron. They head down into the chicane to complete lap 11, lap 10 for these boys. Loshi's already started lap 11. Just under 8 minutes to go in the race, and as you can see, there's still good battles right through the whole field at the moment. Keith Logan leading Darren Linus, Cam Edwards, Matt Tesserero, Matt Hardigan. Keith with his familiar livery. He runs on his little Mazda and now on the McLaren as well. Southern Cross Racing. Meanwhile, back up towards the front. Owen's closed in onto the back of young Dylan Canto. Kyle's now onto the back of Owen again. I think Kyle will be a little bit more cautious for the rest of the race, hoping not to repeat the earlier dose. Both Dylan and Kyle ran a bit wide there. They both lost a bit of ground. They roll through to complete lap 11 and commence lap 12. Owen pulls out. No way through. Owen's definitely seems to have the pace, just needs to find the right spot to get through. Tyres would be starting to go off now this late in the race, so again, boys have to be really careful on the throttle out of some of these corners. Last thing they need to do is get on the gas too quickly. As you can see, cars bouncing off the curbs. Jump on board with Owen. Through the hairpin. Hear the tyres spinning as Owen got up on the curb there on the exit of the hairpin. Well, Dylan's run it wide, gives Owen the chance to close right in as they start the run down the back straight. Kyle's just dropped off the back ever so slightly at the moment. Will Owen get the chance to have a look down here as they head to the chicane? No. Dylan late on the brakes. Owen is very quick out of the chicane though. Probably the quickest in the field out of that particular section of the track, so might get an opportunity through turns 1 and 2 if he's close enough. Meanwhile, up the front, Dutchie's closed the gap ever so slightly to Loshi. There's probably only a couple of laps to go, so it'll be interesting to see whether Loshi is struggling with tyres or just backed it off to play it safe. But Andrew's definitely closed that gap. Andrew Pear's in the background. Unfortunately, a lap down now after his spin on lap 1. Obviously had to pit for repairs, which has put him down in 18th spot. makes its way down the back straight once more. Meanwhile, back in the field, things have tightened up. It's Ray Oliver with Damien Seeger behind him, Stevie McMahon just in front, and Mark Foster in sixth. Good little battle as we head to the final couple of minutes. Damo's looking for a way around. As they head down towards the chicane, Ray takes the inside line. Looks like he trying to get the move done on Stevie. As they come out, oh, slight contact. Stevie pulls in behind, then moves over. 4 wide as we go down the main straight. Wow, you don't see that every day of the week. Oh, meanwhile, Damo has run it wide, and he's going to lose at least one spot there to Moz, who also gets 2 for the price of 1, and gets past Stevie. Damo has lost it. I think he might have got on the brakes a bit hard there, trying to avoid the back of Stevie, who was obviously in a battle with Moz. And unfortunately for Damo, he's turned it around. Managed to keep it going, but has dropped back all the way back to 11th now. Meanwhile, Foz has got Ray Oliver on his tail. Ray's looking for a way around. In the background, you can see Moz and Stevie McMahon. Ray's gone up this. Oh, and he's tapped. He's tapped Foz. Not good. Foz has managed to get it back up and running, but lost a whole heap of spots there. That was unfortunate. Very difficult to overtake at that hairpin, and unfortunately Foz has come off second best. Meanwhile, Dutchie has closed right up onto the back of Loshi, but I think this will be the final lap, and I think Loshi's got this one in the bag. So Loshi's over the line. Takes the win from Andrew Dutch and Owen Coleman. Meanwhile, oh, Foz has done it again. Oh, big impact with the wall. Wow. That wasn't good. He's managed to get it going, and will get it across the line in around 16th spot. So let's have a look at the results for race 1. Loshi takes the win from Andrew Dutch, Owen Coleman, Kyle Ridley, Dylan Cantos, your top 5, followed by Moz Moroz, Ray Oliver, Aaron Maguire, Stevie McMahon, Damien Seeger, Cameron Edwards home in 11th, followed by Matt Tesserero, Darren Linus, Matt Hardigan, Keith Logan, Mark Foster, Dave Gogol, and Andrew Pears. We'll be back shortly with race 2.